Okay, sweet. We are live. Okay, so here's the deal. Art Captain, they sent me this thing in exchange for making some videos on it, right? Which is super cool. I love that. However, they have these like check the box format for the videos that I make for them, which I'm gonna do because I agreed to do that. However, I'm gonna live stream testing this thing because I just made a test cut, and obviously a circle cut with no circle cutter, that's not ideal. However, that's not bad because this thing costs like 250 bucks, which is really, really cheap. That's like way cheap, and it actually works. So we're gonna test it out on some 1/8 inch on the live stream. We're gonna test it out on 3/8, and we're gonna test it out on 1/2 inch. And mind you, I barely use this thing. I just took it out of the box. I made one cut, it worked, and I was like, wow, I can't believe it worked that good. However, I know people are probably craving like some real, organic, raw, unspecified content. So I'm gonna give that to you because this thing is really cheap. I think it's $280 right now. It's less than half the price of Harbor Freight. So I was like, hey, if this thing can actually cut, it's probably worth the price. And it actually does cut, but now we're gonna put it through its paces. We're gonna do it live because you guys deserve some serious, like, organic, real feedback on this thing. Okay, let's get this going. So we got her on the default settings here. And per the default, it needs about 60 PSI. So I've got her dialed in to 60 PSI here, and I've got some 1/8 inch material. Okay. That right there. And let's just do a test cut here. See how that viewpoint is. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Should be able to see how that cut quality is there. Let's give this a test. I might have had my travel speed a little bit low on that one, but that's not bad. That's really good. And I'm not the most skilled hand plasma operator. I haven't used a hand plasma in a couple of years, so curious what you guys think of that. Let me check and see if anybody's on the comments there. Oh, that's about to be an echo machine, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, but let me know what you guys think of that cut quality there. Okay. Let's do some thicker material. Let's step it up here. Let's do some 3/8. I think the only adjustment they recommend is more air pressure. So let me check the user guide here. See what the official recommendation is there. grab that book really quick. Okay, so I think it's gonna recommend 60 PSI, but I wanna double check. Okay, so for 3.8, 3.7, no, it's gonna recommend 60. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong material type here. It stops at 120 in the chart there. I guess we just have to guess. Either that or it's buried in here and I haven't found it yet. So I'm just gonna give it some wear and see what happens. Because it says it'll handle 70 PSI happily. Figure we'll just go up a little bit. We'll just try 66 and see how she does. Okay. Okay, that was amazing. That was amazing. That was just ridiculous. Where's the pliers? Here's pliers. Okay. Look at that. That cut quality right there. How are they doing this? Like 280 bucks. That's really good. It's crazy. How long will it last? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I just took this thing out of the box. However, it does that right out of the box. Let's check out this half inch. I'm really curious. Also, that air pressure increase was definitely the move. I think if I turn the air down on that 11 gauge, I might get a little bit better of a result. Or maybe I'll turn the amps down. I don't know. It seems odd to have it all just changing with inches per minute, but that is a valid strategy, I feel like. I don't know, I'm not an expert. It also claims to do rust cleaning, so maybe we'll check that out here, because there's a little bit of crust on this piece here. We're gonna give her a rip on the half inch now. Let's see what happens. look at this, 1/2 inch right there. No drama, straight through it. I'm not a plasma expert. Like I said, I straight up haven't done this in like 3 years. Boom. And it's not dialed yet. I have not messed with the settings. I know this could be better. I'm just live streaming this thing straight out of the box. The parts are dropping right off. This is incredible. I'm absolutely shocked. With the price of this thing, the size is 28-pound machine. There's nothing to this thing, and it's doing that. It's inverters for you, man. Okay, so what I'm really curious is, I really think that this could be better. So I'm gonna use a little less amps on this 120 than recommended. We're gonna go below recommended and see if we can clean that cut up just a little bit. So I really think that could be just a little better. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a disaster. Maybe I'm about to live stream a disaster. It'll be great. Let's try it. Instead of 55 amps, we're gonna give her a send at 45. We're gonna make a big change. And then let me check my air here. No, I want less air. We're back at 60 PSI and 45 amps on this 120 thickness here. We'll give that a rip and we're gonna see what happens. Also, this little gadget here, it's actually pretty nifty. Oh. Forgot about the ad flow. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, that did have, yeah, that was a marginal improvement, okay? Let me take off this ad flow before I drop it again. Yeah, so here we have 55 amps and 60 PSI. And then on the other side here we have 45 amps and 60 PSI. Now, if I'd had better travel speed, sure, maybe the cut quality could have been even better at 55, because I might have moved too slow. But the 45, 55, it's all great. I can't believe it's doing this, and it's, yeah, consistency, long-term performance, totally untested. Totally don't know. We'll find out later, you know, in a full review in like 6 months. But right now, this thing's just straight ripping right out of the box. Let's test this rust cleaning. I'm kind of curious about that. So this isn't really bad, but it's not perfect either. So let's see what happens. Because I've never even heard of a plasma cutter doing that. That's just unique. Let's see what it looks like. Got to push the mode button here twice, and now we're on 35 amps of rust cleaning feature. Let's see. Grab the lab flow here again. How many amps of rust cleaning do we have at our disposal here? Only 35, okay. That's just fixed. Okay, maybe I should have read the instructions. Very bad things are happening. Not good things are happening. So let me see if there's something in the book on that. Oh, I guess I should probably check in on the chat, huh? See what's up in the chat. See if the background noise is terrible. You never know. There is nothing in the chat. Okay, that's fine. Rust cleaning. Huh. This is interesting. I have no idea. You might have to skip the rust cleaning for this live stream. I don't know. Because it's trying to cut stuff in rust cleaning mode. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to skip the rust cleaning. What's this do? 1540 PT. Maybe that's the secret. I don't know, like 2T mode, that's just normal. Okay, yep. We're gonna have to worry about rust cleaning later. However, this thing works and it's really cheap, and we've proven that it's more than good enough. And it's more than worth the price as long as it keeps working, which you're gonna have to subscribe and watch for a follow-up video in like 6 months to really know on that. But it's working, it's right out of the box. This is live, no edits, nothing. It's working, and it's $280, which is a really big deal. And it cuts 1/8 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. I can confirm the cut quality is good, and it's less than half the price of the Harbor Freight. So, at this point, I would say this thing is a great value. Longevity, again, that's obviously a critical factor. However, it's also really, really cheap. So, who knows? Maybe it doesn't even have to last that long. We'll see. Maybe it'll last a long time.